So today, Saturday, Saturday used to be a big day for me. Like I would do really heavy bent over rows, but I've since ditched that and I just use Saturday to work on two things, bench and isolation. And when it comes to my legs, all I really do for them is squat, between back squats and front squats. Occasionally hack squat. Sometimes with a dumbbell, sometimes on the machine, whatever, but between those exercises and occasionally lunges are amazing. I love lunges, even though they screw my legs up worse than squats do. Anyway, I had a pretty decent bench routine, hit another PR, so I hit a PR on my last bench day as well, which I filmed in my recent video. But I hit another bench PR. It was a rep PR. It depends on what you consider reps, 2, 3, etc. But I started off with a nice bench routine, a little warm up, just to make sure that everything's talking back to me and it just doesn't, fall silent under the bar. And then I focused on back, delts, and naturally I got a bit of a pump from the bench part of the routine. So I kind of treat isolation the same way that I do the big three. When I do isolation, I make sure that most of my reps are heavily accentuated, and I only do anywhere from 2 to 3, sometimes 4 sets. Not a whole lot, and that's because I target all my smaller muscle groups, kind of like I target my abs. I just like to go all out on that set. And that comes to something else. People are trying to save themselves for a particular exercise, or maybe they're trying to keep fuel in the tank for the rest of the workout, or maybe they like a certain exercise better than another. I personally say it's a huge mistake to not give every set your all. I mean, when you absolutely hit failure point, if anyone has ever seen a video with Tom Platz, the dude was known for his legs, 34-inch legs. I mean, it took years for his legs to get topped in terms of size, but in terms of quality and development and that feathery separation in the quads themselves, he was known for it. I mean, if squatting is a separate sport in itself. But if there was a sport for just squatting, he would have been the leader. The Golden Eagle man, Tom Platz, the legend under the bar for squats, as a bodybuilder nonetheless. But that's how he built his incredible legs, was absurd failure. He would count to 5, get it done, count to 5 again, get it done, count to 5 again, get it done. He'd count to 5 again, and he'd barely get it done, and then he'd count to 5 again. So going to failure, I believe, is absolutely necessary. Don't keep too much energy in your tank for the future sets. Just think about giving it your all in that set. I really don't think that there's a predetermined number in these sets, because there are so many people that represent hypertrophy and, a good physique, a nice, aesthetic, appealing physique. There's so many people that represent it perfectly, but they all train differently. Low reps, high reps, it just depends on the person. I'm not saying that science doesn't suggest that hypertrophy depends on higher reps. I'm just suggesting that everyone is different. Their body responds differently. So I'm not going to try to get into the science of that, because I have no desire to argue with anybody. I'm certainly up for debate, but I'm kind of in between. I get that nice blend of heavyweight and low weight, but that's just because I like doing a lot of stuff. I don't just like going super duper heavy. But yeah, it was a really fun workout, and I had a lot of fun filming it. And let me know if you guys like these style of videos. Have a good night.
And you can also argue machines versus barbells versus cables. There's all kinds of variables to take into play here. But in reality, everyone has their own style. You really shouldn't argue it. And if it gets results, then that's all that matters. And with that, on a side note, I do pull downs every once in a blue moon. And today I decided to do pull ups and pull downs just to get the best of both worlds. And they're not the same exercise, but you can still get a wicked pump from both, and the combination is just sickening. You don't need much else after that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Have a good night. Thank you.